Hello, Scorpio. This is your Tarot reading for February 2016. And as you can see here, I am adding the cards. This month there's been a lot of requests for it. And it is a still picture because it is a time constraint actually to do the videos of it. Doing 24 videos a month, not 12 videos. So I hope this can be helpful. We'll see. But this is a 36 card reading. For those of you I've done personal readings for, this is how it looks when I make your spread. And we start out at the far left. And here, as we start off the month, I feel now, Scorpio, that there's something changing in your energy, which is really a spiritual key opening up now for a new chapter. There's something to be celebrated. And it doesn't necessarily need to be a birthday. It could be any situation where you're just feeling perhaps it's a completion of a long-term process or project. I can see how you've been expending a lot of energy here, and hopefully you're getting enough sleep, Scorpio, because it looks like you could feel somewhat really tired from the inside. But you know what? That energy now for you is just about to turn around for you, because all this upbeat joy is really piling up here throughout the month. But we're also looking at there might be a decision to be made as far as traveling this month. And looking into your finances here, there is a choice whether to go or not to go on a trip that may be coming up a little bit unexpected. It could be a surprise thing, so it's up to you to figure out, how you want to master your income here. But there's stability. I don't really see any big changes as far as income this month, but I do see that there is some pleasant spending going on, and the trip could be one of them. But looking into communication, which is the third area here, there is a male that you will be speaking with, and of course he could be a supervisor. Perhaps it might be time to have that annual talk, whether you're going to get a raise or not, or maybe speak about some other bonuses. But this man here can come in to give some fair insight as far as your monies and balancing them. And but right before this talk, I'm seeing how you've been contemplating here for a while of whether to bring something up or just let it rest until time is ripe. Then it will come all on its own, and sometimes that is better. That's wisdom. We don't always want to keep pushing for things, but definitely here it is coming, so good for you. Alternatively, it could also be that you will be speaking with a male who has insight as far as money matters, so of course it might be tax time, could be that. But moving right along, as far as family here, Scorpio, there is joy, there's happiness here. You got the Ten of Cups. All of this now is just feeling like a delight. I see you shedding some light on an area that has to do with creativity, kind of looking into what could you change up if you had the ability, the time, flexibility to do so here for children or other family members. I'm seeing that you're feeling like you're wanting to come alive and do something different, not just the same old, same old. So I'm seeing how you're really dipping into your dreams here. And you know what? The sky's the limit. Everything is possible. And changing things up, routines at home, hey, listen, it really keeps that flame alive and going, right? I can see how you are going to be taking on some little bit more of a fire, passionate nature here this month. And especially in the areas here when it comes to your relationship. If you're in one, if you're single, well, you might be signaling out there. But I'm seeing here that this passion, this fire that's within you, you are happy. I see that you're really wanting to embrace things spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, all in just one, as if you're really wanting to bring it to the surface. And of course, this area is all about self-expression and creativity. So I can see how you might just feel that you're going to be taking a lead somewhat stronger this month. For those of you who are male Scorpios listening, well, then you could have a female pop up this month and do that here towards you. This will empower you in your daily life. So it is important to take time off and have date nights and so forth, because it's just going to leave you happier. When we're looking at your day-to-day area, which is the 6th placement over there, your home life now is bright. You are feeling that the creativity is showing out. There's the feeling of new beginnings, and there's joy. And when you can come home empowered from work and still have energy because you're looking forward to come home into this, well, then everything is beautiful. For some of you, you might hear about pregnancy, or you might be pregnant yourself. This is also great news that it's being added to the mix. And of course, this too can bring a lot of joy. But I'm seeing here too that now within the long-term relationships, your significant other and whatnot, you're taking on too a practical note as far as looking at resources, money here. And I feel there might even be a woman here entailed into this, and it has to do with, I don't know whether you've been paying a female for certain services, say somebody to come home and clean. That is definitely a possibility. But it's more like you're looking at whether you should start doing that yourself, because you're feeling what? You're feeling energized, and so, well, lo and behold, Saturn has been stripping you from energy over these last 2 to 3 years. So you might just feel that you're being so restored now that you might not need to have the extra help that you have been having. In that case, well, more going into the shared resources area. And that too, I feel, is now something you're going to be discussing with your partner. Whether using money to go for a long distance vacation this year, or do something else. Now, I'm seeing how you're really drawn either between a rock and a hard place within yourself, or it could be you and your partner. One might want to go in this direction, do this, and maybe you want to go and do something else. So, it's still early in the year. So, if it's not really coming together and chilling for you right now and gelling, then just let it be. I'm seeing here there's more time into it, because if we're looking in the 9th spot, well, there's the turnaround. And I think you might just have different thoughts about vacationing this year. And so expect a couple of rounds of it. The joyfulness of it is that it is going to come together, and you will be looking at it somewhat differently here. If you have been studying, Scorpio, well, all I can say about that is that you might be thinking of either taking on something new or switching things up. You might want to stick with it and add something new. I see some of you might just think whatever it is you started really isn't for you anyway. And in that case, is it possible to shift it, to turn around, go a different direction? Absolutely it is. This is what life is all about. We make our choices as we go along, right? So I'm seeing that there is a new insight in your overall picture, and it's coming from a place of higher consciousness. So be patient with yourself while you're weeding through that, and it might not be before next month before you're going to have a firm grip on what it is. That could be a part of that eclipse next month too. But I'm seeing as far as career, it's busy. Back-to-back things. You are taking charge of what you need to. What I do see now is a situation, could be a project, where there might have been some delays, okay, which has set it back, and then set it back, and then set it back again. But yet, you've still been making progress, and more progress, and more progress. But it looks like it might have been a little heavy to get these things done. However, what is beautiful is that already before the end of this month, there should be some insight of the end, where you know that you can look forward to completion, letting go of it, and knowing that you did a great job, all right, in spite of the challenges that were there. Not saying that you're ready to leave it here in February, but you might now know that you're coming towards the end of that process. Then there is some great news from a female, and she might be found in your circle of friends. It could also be within a group. But however, there seems to be an invitation of sorts coming your way. And I feel it's always something that's very joyful when you guys meet up. Now, to finalize your reading, there is that situation where you might feel a little bound by circumstance. But you know what? It's like whatever that is, I feel that ties in with the job front, where that might have been weighing on you. But you know what? I'm feeling here in March, as we transcend into the following month here, there should be some good news. Now, you see both the moon and the sun there, and I think that definitely has something to do with the solar and lunar eclipse in March. And whatever those circumstances that has kept you feeling bound, that might just be what will be eclipsed away. But more on that next month there in March. And so this is what I have for you here, Scorpio. And if you haven't listened to your astrological forecast for February, you might want to do so, because there's some great transits there for this month.